too slow. Something's wrong, not weak, not scared, sick, gravely sick, and lying about it. You thought the pressure was coming from you. Funny, you were never the threat. They were collapsing from the inside, still attacking, still talking loud, still swinging. That's the funniest part. They were fighting while bleeding internally. Every move costs them something now. They don't want you to know, because if you do, you stop defending, you stop explaining, you stop reacting. And when that happens, they don't lose to you, they lose to time. Something's wrong, not loud wrong, not obvious, off. The rhythm's broken, the attacks come fast, too fast, rushed, sloppy, unfocused. That's not confidence, that's panic, wearing muscle. You can hear it, between moves, micro-pauses, tiny missteps, overreactions to nothing, hidden signs. They press harder than the moment requires. Why now? Why this loud? Because restraint takes energy, and energy is leaking. You feel it before you see it. A shove where a look would have worked. An insult stacked on another. Overcompensation, classic symptom. They assume you're busy defending, busy reacting, busy proving something. So they rush. They don't realize you're not fighting. You're listening, breathing patterns, timing errors, that strange urgency to finish things quickly. Healthy hunters pace themselves, sick ones charge. Joker chuckles softly, low, close. You hear that wheeze, that tiny drag at the end of every threat. They don't to recover between strikes. They don't wait for confirmation. They just keep swinging, because if they stop, the silence catches them. That's when the pain has room to speak. So they provoke, harder, louder, messier. They need friction to feel alive. They need you to keep moving. So they don't have to feel what's happening inside them. You notice the imbalance. They assume you won't. That's the trap. They built for themselves a secret illness wrapped in confidence, a failing system cosplaying strength. And the funniest part, they think this pace is intimidating. It's not. It's diagnostic. You don't call it out. You don't expose it. You let them keep talking, because every extra move confirms it. Every rushed attack writes the same message. Something inside them is breaking, and they know it. Now watch closely. This is where the acting starts. They raise their voice, square their shoulders, repeat themselves, again and again. Real strength doesn't rehearse. It doesn't explain itself. It doesn't circle the room looking for witnesses. This does. They flex at the wrong moments, threaten when no threat is needed, announce control instead of exercising it. That's not dominance. That's a performance. You can feel the strain behind it. Every gesture a little too sharp, every stare held a little too long. They're trying to convince the room. More importantly, they're trying to convince themselves. Joker tilts his head, smiling. Strong people don't remind you they're strong. Notice how they stack moves. One display is never enough. They pile it on, posture, volume, authority words, fake calm, layer after layer, like makeup on a cracking face, because underneath, weakness is screaming, not fear. That comes later. This is exhaustion. They can't afford to look normal. Normal would expose them. So they exaggerate. They dominate conversations, interrupt silence, fill every gap with noise. Silence is dangerous. To them, silence lets the truth surface. That's why they keep moving, why they keep attacking you, why they escalate. When you don't, your calm isn't confusing. It's terrifying, because it doesn't match their script. They expected resistance, defensiveness, emotional spikes. They got observation, so they turn it up. Louder threats, bigger gestures, sharper words. Joker laughs quietly. The louder the mask, the sicker the face behind it. You see the cost now. Each display takes something out of them. Their timing slips, their control thins, their patience evaporates. They're burning fuel just to look powerful, borrowed strength on borrowed time. And here's the detail. They don't see you're no longer their opponent, you're their mirror. Every time they perform, they reveal. Every time they posture, they confirm. This isn't power. It's a body, pretending it isn't failing. And performances, they don't last, they collapse. The moment the audience stops reacting. You don't clap, you don't boo, you just watch. And that's when their hands start to shake. Now it slips, not all at once, in fragments. Small contradictions, shifting stories, details that don't line up. They correct themselves mid-sentence, backtrack, rephrase, over-clarify. That's the lie working overtime, because the truth is expensive, too expensive for a body already running on fumes. They insist they're fine, say it casually, say it often, unprompted. Nobody asked, that's how you know. Joker leans closer, voice low, amused. Healthy people don't announce their health. Watch their eyes, they dart. When the pressure rises, they smile at the wrong beats, laugh half a second late. Their confidence lags behind their words. That delay, that's effort. They're spending energy maintaining a version of themselves that no longer exists. So they lie again, not always to you, to the room, to allies, to mirrors, especially to mirrors. They repeat the same claims, the same threats, the same stories of how untouchable they are. Repetition isn't reinforcement, it's leakage. The lie keeps resurfacing because it's unstable, like a cracked container under pressure. And here's the cruel part. They know it's a lie. That's why they can't stop. If they pause, even briefly, the body speaks, the truth surfaces, the pain demands attention, so they stay loud. They provoke you on purpose, not to win, to distract themselves. You're not the target, you're the noise. Joker smiles wider. They don't attack you to hurt you, they attack you to escape themselves. That's why the attacks feel desperate now, why they escalate without strategy, why they swing. When you don't move, they need resistance, they need friction, they need something external to justify what's happening inside. Otherwise, they'd have to admit the real enemy is already winning. And that admission, that would finish them. So they lie again, stronger, louder, more aggressively. Each lie costs them a little more control, a little more coherence. You don't expose it, you don't call it out, you let them keep talking. Because every word tightens the knot, every claim adds weight, and soon the lie won't need you anymore. It will collapse all by itself, right on cue. This is where you change, not outwardly, internally. You stop feeding it. No reactions, no explanations, no emotional replies, just stillness. And that's when the symptoms spike. Because silence removes distraction. It forces awareness. They feel everything now, every ache, every weakness, every truth. They've been outrunning. You see it before they do. Their posture tightens, their breathing shortens, their timing fractures. They're no longer attacking you, they're reacting to your absence. Joker watches, eyes bright, voice almost kind. You didn't expose them, you diagnosed them. They try to pull you back in, sharper words, bigger gestures, personal shots, anything to provoke movement. Because if you stay still, the body takes over. The lie has nowhere to hide. That's the diagnosis. Not spoken, not written, observed. You don't need proof. You don't need confession. The pattern is the evidence. They escalate without cause, repeat tactics that already failed, contradict themselves in the same breath. Those aren't mistakes. Those are symptoms. And now they know, that's when fear enters. Not fear of you, fear of exposure. Your silence isn't passive. It's surgical. It separates signal from noise, What remains is the condition. They slow down without meaning to, pause too long, recover too little. The body betrays the story. Joker smiles thinly. Power doesn't collapse from attack. It collapses from awareness. They start watching you. Instead of attacking, studying your face, your stillness, trying to read something. There's nothing to read. That's the point. You've stopped participating in their narrative, and without an audience, the performance weakens, the lie stutters, the system misfires. You haven't said a word. You haven't moved an inch, yet everything has changed. This isn't confrontation. This is diagnosis. And once something is diagnosed, it can't pretend to be healthy anymore. No matter how loud it shouts, no matter how hard it swings, the truth is already working its way to the surface, slow, relentless. Just like collapse, you don't push, you don't advance, you don't even adjust, and still the balance moves. Subtle at first, a hesitation, a misread, a step taken, half a second too late. Power doesn't vanish, it tilts. They feel it before they understand it. Their attacks slow, not deliberately. Instinctively, the body starts conserving. That's the giveaway. Joker's grin sharpens. Strong enemies adapt. Sick ones repeat. Watch the loop form. Same angle, same pressure, same words. Again, again. They're not choosing repetition. They're trapped in it. Adaptation requires surplus. They're running a deficit, so they recycle old tactics, old threats, old stories, anything familiar. Familiar costs less energy. You, meanwhile, do nothing, and that's what changes everything. Your stillness removes variables. There's nothing new for them to calculate. So the system turns inward, self-monitoring, self-doubt, self-correction, all at once. Too much. You see micro-failures stack, delayed reactions, overcorrections, missed timing. They start contradicting their own rhythm. Move forward, then retreat, assert control, then explain it. That oscillation, that's instability. Joker chuckles. They're not losing to you. They're losing to consistency. Your consistency. Same posture, same tone, same silence. It becomes a reference point, a fixed object. They can't move. Everything unstable breaks against fixed objects. They begin watching you more than attacking, looking for change, any change. Because if you change, they can recalibrate. You don't. So pressure accumulates, not on you, on them. Their confidence fractures, not publicly, internally. And internal fractures spread fast. This is the moment. Power officially shifts. No announcement, no confrontation, just gravity, changing direction. They're still louder, still aggressive, but now, every move costs more. Every action shrinks their options. They're not in control anymore. They're managing decline. And you're not advancing, you're waiting. Because once power tilts far enough, it doesn't need help. It finishes the fall on its own. This is where it ends. Not with impact, with absence. They overreach, not because they're brave, because they're desperate. One last surge, one loud move, one final attempt to regain balance. And it misses, not you, reality. They contradict themselves in public now. Say one thing, do another, correct it, deny it, blame something else. Too many patches on a tearing system. Joker watches calmly. You never pushed them. You just stopped holding them together. They start fighting ghosts, attacking problems that aren't there, misreading signals, assuming threats, responding to silence like it's an insult. That's collapse. Not dramatic, not cinematic. Mechanical. A system, running past tolerance. Their allies hesitate, not openly, just long enough. That pause. That's when authority evaporates. They feel it. You see it in the eyes. That flash of realization that nothing's listening anymore. They speak, no one moves. They command, no one follows. Power doesn't scream. When it dies, it stutters. Their voice cracks, not emotionally, structurally. Because it's no longer connected to outcome. Joker smiles thin. Look closely. They didn't lose a fight. They lost coherence. You remain untouched. No strike thrown. No insult returned. Your hands are clean. And that's what makes it irreversible. There's no enemy to blame. No clash to rewrite. Just failure. Self-inflicted, documented, witnessed. They try to reassert. Too late. Once a system collapses publicly, it never recovers privately. They retreat while pretending to adva. They speak while already unheard. They fall without anyone touching them. And the cruelest part, they know exactly when it happened. That moment, when you stopped reacting, that's when gravity took over. That's when the end became automatic. No hero, no villain, just a collapse that didn't need your permission or your hand. Now it's quiet, not empty, resolved. The noise that chased you has burned itself out. No chase, no victory pose, no announcement, just a clean horizon. You don't feel relief, you feel calibration, because this was never about defeating them. It was a test, not of force, of restraint, not of dominance, of awareness. Joker steps closer, voice low, almost respectful. Most people swing, some endure, very few graduate. You passed the hidden exam. You learned when not to move, when not to speak, when not to correct someone already collapsing. That's the difference between players and pieces. They didn't fear you. At first, they dismissed you. Then they resented you. Then they feared something worse. Witnesses. You saw them clearly and refused to interfere. That refusal was power, because interference would have given them an opponent. Silence gave them a mirror, and mirrors don't lie. Now the board changes. Different rules, different players, quieter rooms. You're no longer tested by provocation. You're evaluated by restraint. Joker smiles, not wide, precise. The higher the game, the less noise it makes. You don't carry this lesson like a weapon. You carry it like balance. You don't need to explain anything. The collapse explained itself. And anyone watching, they learned something too. Not about strength, about timing, about patience, about letting gravity do the work. This is graduation, not applause. Permission, access. You don't look back. There's nothing there but debris. And you don't step forward like a conqueror. You step forward like someone who understands the system and knows the next test won't announce itself either. It never does.